It's the end of an era as Terrytown's first and ergo longest-serving mayor retires after serving the community for a decade. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, dozens of well-wishers stopped by the Carpenter Center in Terrytown on Wednesday afternoon to help the city's outgoing mayor, Kent Greenwalt, celebrate his retirement. Having served as mayor for the past 12 years, Greenwalt told KNEB News that he has seen many accomplishments over that time, including the cleanup of Terry's Lake and the installation of water meters in the community, which is currently underway. He says it has been a pleasure to serve as Terrytown's mayor.
Well, it's been a long time, and I've enjoyed doing it. I was the first mayor they ever had in Terrytown, and I've enjoyed doing it. And I just felt it was time. I'm getting old, and it was time to step back and let somebody else do it.
Prior to its mayor and city council form of government starting back in 2006, Terrytown was governed by a village board. Greenwalt will be succeeded by Christopher Perales as Terrytown's next mayor. Well, after months of debate and negotiation, Congress voted final approval Wednesday to a massive farm bill that will provide more than $400 billion for agriculture subsidies, conservation programs, and food aid. The House voted 369 to 47 for the legislation, which sets federal agricultural and food policy for 5 years after the Senate approved it 87 to 13 on Tuesday. It is now headed to the desk of President Donald Trump, who is expected to sign it. Nebraska Congressman Adrian Smith and U.S. Senator Ben Sass say the bill addresses the concerns of farmers in the Cornhusker state.
The number one item on producers' minds was a continuation of strong crop insurance. This bill accomplishes this objective. The bill also recognizes the challenges and threats facing our livestock producers by creating a disease prevention program and vaccine bank to help contain potential future outbreak of disease within the livestock industry across our country.
Especially because of the creation of a new foot and mouth vaccine bank. This is going to help protect livestock and get us prepared to respond to disease outbreaks. Obviously, nobody works harder than Nebraska's producers, and people all over the world want our agricultural goods. Our long-term trade prospects depend on our ability to sell the safest, highest quality goods all across the world. And this foot and mouth vaccine bank is a common sense policy, and I'm really glad we were able to get it included in this farm bill.
One thing the bill does not include: tighter work requirements for food stamp recipients, a provision of the House bill that was celebrated by President Trump but became a major sticking point during negotiations. Well, straight ahead, Bill Boyer will be in with your comprehensive weather forecast. Don't touch that dial. KNEB.TV News will be back right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we know when you need a loan, time is of the essence. We are locally owned with decisions made right here at the bank. Our lenders are experienced, efficient individuals who are committed to our customers. Our flexible lending policies make it possible to fulfill loan requests, big or small, quickly. Whether you want to purchase a car, home, or even start a business, our committed associates are here to help. Stop into any location today and see what Platte Valley Bank can do for you.
Have you heard the exciting news? Western Nebraska Regional Airport will be offering flights with United Airlines operated by SkyWest beginning January 30th, 2018. What's even better? You'll get to earn and use your United points. Reservations with United are now available. Plus, all United miles can be earned and redeemed with all flights. While you're at Western Nebraska Regional Airport, grab a bite to eat at the Flight Deck restaurant. Plus, Hearst Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. So make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Pool together all your money with a friend and invest in 2 Arby's French Dip and Swiss sandwiches for just $6. It's the perfect get-rich-quick on sandwiches scenario. Arby's, we have the meats.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Well, let's take a look here at what we've got going on. Clear skies tonight across the region. Temps in the mid-20s, falling down into the lower 20s as we go through the evening hours. And we're going to have clear skies continuing by tomorrow morning. Calmer winds, that's good. Breezy conditions again Saturday, but we have nothing coming in the precip department. Things are going to be calm and quiet out here across the region. Hit 50 yesterday after a morning low of 27. Nothing in the rain gauge, right on the button for normal for the month. Still 3 1/3 inches above normal for the year. Look at these clear skies out here coming for us as we have nothing happening on your off to school forecast. It'll be clear tomorrow, and it's going to be clear on the way home. And the good news is there's going to be a lot less wind to deal with tomorrow than what we had to deal with today, and temperatures in the mid and upper 40s on your way home. Right now we're in the upper 30s, mid or low 30s and upper 20s primarily across most of the region. Norfolk at 31. There's those upper 20s. Gordon, Chadron over to Alliance, 29, and Sydney, 32 right now in LaGrange. Winds are out of the west, but they've come down certainly from where they were yesterday, and even from where they were earlier today. But man, it's been a cold west-northwesterly wind out there at times out of the west-southwest, and dropping our wind chills right around 19 in Gordon, around 20 Chadron, Alliance, Harrison. Low 20s is down around the Kimball area, right in the North Platte River Valley. We have current wind chills in the mid-20s. Have high wind watches up for tomorrow and into Saturday for the high country, as we're going to see strong winds returning to that area. We don't have any of that coming out on our region, as we're going to have lighter winds tomorrow, but they're going to be back with a vengeance on Saturday. Tonight, clear skies. This is in motion. You notice there was nothing happening. We were going through time there with not even any clouds tonight. 18 in Ogallala, 28 in Wheatland, a little warmer over there. We have temperatures here in our region in the low 20s tonight for lows. Tomorrow, sunny skies with us throughout the morning, sunny skies on into the afternoon, and sunshine continues. We'll hit sunset and get clear skies out here. Maybe a couple of high clouds late tomorrow night. We're being very nitpicky, though. Winds are going to stay off to our west and in the high country, especially increasing as we get towards Saturday morning. Highs tomorrow, how about right around 50 degrees? No problems really going forward, and we're going to be upper 40s to near 50 here all across the immediate area as well. So very nice conditions happening and really nothing to be concerned about. Tonight, clear, calmer, 21 for a low. Tomorrow, we've got sun coming, nice conditions, highs right around 50. And let's take a look at our 7-day forecast as we have high temperatures. It's going to be in the 50s all the way through the week. Next week, it looks like we're going to stay primarily dry. Some breezy conditions again behind a frontal system Wednesday. But really, all things considered, we are very nice, and we don't have much to worry about in terms of adverse weather as we go in this last week before Christmas.
You never know when you'll need an extra French dip in Swiss. It could get lost in the car or eaten by a confused stranger. Stuff happens to sandwiches. That's why Arby's made you 2 French dip and Swiss sandwiches for just $6. For only $6, you'll always have a spare French dip and Swiss until you eat it. You'll never have to be afraid. Arby's, we have the meats.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes high-performance lubricants and fuel improvers. We've been helping customers improve their operations for over 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and cut out the middleman and offer excellent service and value. Our products last longer and work better so that you spend less time maintaining equipment and more time making money. Whether you're in a factory, farm, fleet, or food processing facility, Hydrotex can help you. Visit hydrotexoil.com or call 308-635-8162.
The leaves are turning and the temperatures are cooling, so it's time to come harvest the deals at the Viera Wireless Fall Savings Sale. Right now, get your family high-speed, truly unlimited mobile data for just $35 per line with 4 lines. Prices have never been lower for unlimited data. Plus, trade in your current phone and get up to $500 off the latest iPhone and Samsung models. Those are incredible savings on the most popular and advanced smartphones. Don't miss out on our fall savings sale. Hurry into Viero today.
Welcome back. Pheasants Forever and the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission will host prescribed burn training workshops across the state in early 2019. Basic workshops will be held on January 28th in Rushville and on January 29th in Scottsbluff. These workshops will provide guidance and instruction for completing safe and effective prescribed fires. Landowners, resource professionals, volunteer fire departments, and other interested persons are invited to attend, and no prior burn experience is required. Most workshops are scheduled to run from 9 to 4, and you can get registered by going to the Nebraska Pheasants Forever website. Well, the annual Family Christmas Bird Count is Saturday at the Scouts Rest Campground in Lake Minnetonka State Recreation Area. The event is held by the Bird Conservancy of the Rockies and the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission. Amber Schills, the Nebraska Wildlife Education Coordinator for the Conservancy, says viewers will get a glimpse of birds in their winter habitats. This event will run from 9 to 11 on Saturday, and a Nebraska Park entry permit is required for vehicles, but the event is open to the public and free of charge. And a comprehensive genetics clinic is now open at Gordon Memorial Hospital through a partnership with the Monroe Meyer Institute Department of Genetic Medicine at UNMC. The clinic will provide much-needed access to genetic diagnostic services to children in the northern part of the Panhandle via a telemedicine cart equipped with computer equipment that will allow providers, patients, and their families access to experts at UNMC. Successful use of the carts in places such as Scottsbluff and North Platte prompted this department to look at similar needs elsewhere, and the clinical psychologist Dr. Kate Jones Hazeldine of Rushville says that the services will help in cases where additional evaluation was needed to understand what children need to maximize their potential. Well, straight ahead, the Nebraska volleyball team is on a mission to defend their NCAA championship title. Chris Cottrell has more in sports right after this.
Being an Allo customer just got even better. 3 times better, in fact. We've tripled our standard internet speed from 100 to 300 megs at no additional cost to you. This isn't one of those limited time offers that will melt away either. 3 times the streaming, 3 times the gaming, 3 times the uploading, all for the same price. Why? Because we love our customers. Allo, no gimmicks, no limits, no kidding, and still no contracts.
Anyone who calls it a hobby doesn't understand. We know that a person's passion is what drives them. And that's why every memorial we create is a true reflection of the individual. Only a Dignity Memorial professional can celebrate a life like no other. Find out how at dignitynebraska.com.
Now, sports from the Western Hearing Clinic Sports Desk. Western Hearing Clinic, the Panhandle's choice for better hearing, helping you hear what matters most.
Well, it feels like old hat at this point, but you know what? It never gets old. For a 4th straight season, the Nebraska volleyball team has reached the Final Four tonight in Big Ten country in Minneapolis. It's a good old-fashioned Big Ten showdown between the Huskers and Illinois for the right to advance to the national title match on Saturday night. There were plenty of bumps in the road early this season, but head coach John Cook for Nebraska able to put the pieces together, and here they are.
You know, it's been a really challenging journey for us to get here. I don't think any of you guys were penciling us in for the Final Four, but I got to give a lot of credit to these two, Michaela and Kenzie, for their leadership. They've had to take over the biggest incoming group of new players we've ever had, 8, over half our team, our first-time Huskers, so everything's new to them. And these guys have done an amazing job of leading this team.
Yesterday, Michaela Fecky and Lauren Stivrins were named first-team All-Americans, while Kenzie Maloney was tabbed as a third-team All-American selection. Fecky is the leader in making her fourth straight appearance in the Final Four, and some of her comments can't be comforting for the other three teams in this tourney.
The Final Four is always super fun to be at, and every year there's so much hype behind it, and I think that Nebraska really embraces that, and as a team we really embrace that, and that's when we play some of our best volleyball, and so I think that we're just looking forward to the game on Thursday.
Illinois head coach Chris Thomas knows this Husker program well. He's a former assistant under John Cook as recently as 2016, obviously was involved in recruiting some of the Husker upperclassmen, including Fecky.
I've already texted her, told her I'm going to stop her, so. No, she's a great player. Obviously, really good on the stage. I think two-time MVP. She's been in the Final Four in this environment. Same with Kenzie Maloney. So we know that they have really good players. That's expected of any team that's here right now. So a lot of it just comes down to making sure we're mentally prepared for the battle and for the challenge ahead of us. It's not just Kenzie and Michaela, it's the rest on the court at that given time, and the same with us. It's not just Jordan, Allie, Jack, or whoever's out there. It's how the six of us play in that moment. So they're a good team. They're on a roll. They're well coached. I'm familiar with the program.
So you've got two programs that are very familiar with one another, and the big question, of course, is what's the separator tonight?
They're playing really well, and it's going to take a great effort on our part. We know that. They're solid in all the areas, so they remind me a lot of us, and I think it's going to come down to which team can win the big points at the end of games and take the big swings or make a play and make the big plays that you guys will all write about.
94 won the brand tonight with John Baylor for pregame starting at 6:30. First serve should be around 7 o'clock. Following the other national semifinal showdown between Stanford and BYU. The winners will play for the national title coming up on Saturday. Plenty of high school basketball this weekend at KNEB with the Scottsbluff and Gering girls and boys teams trying to get back in the win column. The Scottsbluff teams head to Chadron for a doubleheader tomorrow night after combining to go 0-6 in tournament action in Gillette, Wyoming last weekend. The girls played much better than that 0-3 finish there in Gillette. Then Saturday, more action for Scottsbluff as they play their home openers against Natrona County out of Wyoming. We'll have those games right here for you on KNEB.TV. TV coverage only on Saturday with Chuck Schwartz, and I'll be back up in Chadron on Saturday for the Gering games. They are against the Cards. That's the latest today from the Western Hearing Clinic Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan's back to check the community calendar right after this here on KNEB.TV.
What are you waiting for? A 6-year limited powertrain warranty? Savings on performance-matched implements? 0% APR financing for up to 5 years? Head down to your local Kubota dealer before September 30th and take advantage of this incredible offer on the BX Series, America's best-selling subcompact tractor. Kubota. This is what we do.
Come into Sandberg Implement, your local Kubota dealer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
Shop at G&T Reichert's downtown Scottsbluff. Ease your mind as we assist you in choosing that perfect gift for someone special. Count your blessings with a Blessings Bracelet. Powerful gemstones from around the world that remind us to embrace the joys in our lives. Musical clocks, Husker jewelry, diamonds of all colors. Shopping has never been easier or more enjoyable. When you shop locally, it supports your community in many ways. G&T Reichert's, 1809 Broadway, in the heart of beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
It's a friendly town, that's for sure. Not too big, not too small. Seems like everybody knows your name.
We stick together through thick and thin. That's the way it's always been, 'cause where we live is
Let's take a peek at what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
The growth and prosperity of our community is dependent on the reinvestment of local dollars into our local economy. When you open a high-interest savings account at Platte Valley Bank, we turn around and loan your money back to our community for new construction, business expansion, home loans, in backing agriculture, and much more. Come save with us at Platte Valley Bank and know that you are doing business with a local bank with local decisions that reinvests your money here in our community.
And finally tonight, way back in March of 2017, Gering voters passed a $24 million bond measure for renovation and expansion at Gering High School, and crews are making good progress. 9 months ago, ground was officially broken on the project. Crews with Houseman Construction have been busy during that time with renovations and constructing a new space for freshman students. Superintendent of Schools Bob Hastings says crews are working on the new library space, among other things right now.
The last piece that's getting worked on right now, this is the Freshman Academy addition in the back, and they've poured all the footings, and they're ready to pour the floor, just waiting for the right weather conditions, and I think we'll start seeing walls, steel going up back there anytime as well.
Hastings says the backside of the auditorium remodel will start in mid to late April, and the kitchen and cafeteria remodel will likely begin once the school year ends. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here next time.